even Moses in whom ye trust. Even Moses in whom ye trust. Say Moses gonna let them know concerning them keeping the laws of the Most High, and then not keeping the laws of the Most High, but rejecting the commandments of the Most High and following the traditions of men. But if ye believe not his writings, how shall ye believe my words? Listen, verse 46, for had ye believed Moses, ye would have believed me, for he wrote of me. That's going back to the law. Say Moses wrote of him. But if you believe not his writings, because he wrote of Mashayach Yahawashi, we got to go there. How shall you believe my words? So you can believe what you're supposed to believe in, and believing in the laws of the Most High through Moses. So you don't believe his, because remember they following what? They reject the commandments of the Most High and follow traditions of men. So he said, how you going to believe my words when you don't even believe what Moses said, who you're supposed to believe in? So, what is he getting at? Go to, first and foremost, Deuteronomy 18 and 18. Deuteronomy 18 and 18. He said he wrote of him, right? Before we go there, we're going to go there, but let's look at what's been said in Hebrews 10 and 7. Say he wrote of me. This is why. Look, Hebrews 10 and 7. Then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me, Mashayach Yahawashi, to do thy will, to do the will of the Most High, O Most High. See? So, that's the same as we read in Psalms 40 and 7. Book of Psalms, to do the will of the Most High. It's written of Mashayach Yahawashi. Psalms 40 and 7. Then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me. I delight to do thy will, O my power. Yeah, thy law is within my heart. See, so that's why I say by the time you get to the New Testament, a lot of things they just quoting from the Old Testament. Because that's all they had to go by, was the Old Testament. Go to Deuteronomy, he said Moses wrote of him, right? And we've been reading about him already. When they saw God, they saw the glory of the Most High. That's what Mashayach Yahawashi as the angel of the Most High. But now he's giving you an understanding of how he wrote of him coming to the earth in the flesh. Let's look at it. Deuteronomy 18 and 18. Deuteronomy 18 and 18. I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee. Got to be an Israelite. We know that Hebrews 7 and 14 says, for it is evident that our power of Mashayach Yahawashi sprang out of Judah, Jacob's fourth born son. So you got to be an Israelite. That's what he said. I will raise them up a prophet. This is Deuteronomy 18 and 18. From among their brethren, like unto thee, an Israelite. And will put my words in his mouth. And will put my words in his mouth. And he shall speak unto them all that I, the Most High, shall command him. See? That's why he said the words that he speaks is not his own words, but the Father was sending him. He said, he come in the Father's name. Period. Verse 19. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, since Mashayach Yahawashi is the word of the Most High, which he shall speak in my name. He just told you he come in the name of the Father. I will require it of him. See? That's him. So, go to St. John, the first chapter, and the 45th verse. St. John 1:45. St. John 1 and 45. Philip findeth Nathanael and said unto him, we have found him. We have found him, of whom Moses in the law, we just read in Deuteronomy 18 and 18 and 19, and the prophets, we got to go to the prophets, did write Mashayach Yahawashi of Nazareth, the son of Joseph. See? They found him, Mashayach Yahawashi. As Moses in the law and the prophets did right. Mashayach Yahawashi of Nazareth, the son of Joseph. See? So, he is prophesied of, and like we just read in Deuteronomy 18 and 18. And many other scriptures. Like when you look at go to Psalms. Yeah. Psalms, the 22nd chapter. Psalms, the 22nd chapter and the 16th verse. This is David prophesying about Mashayach Yahawashi when they hung him on that tree. Psalms 22 and 16. It says, "For dogs have compassed me. The assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierced my hands and my feet." See? So you say, for dogs, and I'll have the Unger's Bible, the New Unger's Bible Dictionary. I can read it to you concerning dogs in the New Unger's Bible Dictionary. It says, dog, it says, number 3, it says, in the East, dog is used for impure and profane persons and was used by the Jews respecting the Gentiles. Verse 5, or number 5, those who are shut out of the kingdom of heaven are also called dogs, Revelation 22 and 15, on account of their vileness, probably a reference to homosexuality. That's what the New Unger's Bible Dictionary says. Those who are shut out of the kingdom of heaven are also called dogs, Revelation 22 and 15, on account of their vileness, probably a reference to homosexuality. That's what it's saying. So this is what the elite know. So David's prophesying about Mashayach Yahawashi. He said, Revelation 22 and 16, "For dogs have compassed me, the assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierced my hands and my feet." That's Mashayach Yahawashi, because David had war for 40 years, put all nations under subjection to Israel. So it's prophesying about Mashayach Yahawashi. No one else. Look at Matthew 22 and 35. And they crucified him. Who crucified him? Verse 27. Then the soldiers of the governor took Mashayach Yahawashi to the common hall and gathered unto him the whole band of soldiers. See, the Roman soldiers crucified him. The superpower of the earth at the time when he walked the earth. Once again, Matthew 37, 35. And they crucified him and parted his garments, casting lots, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophet. They parted my garments among them, and upon my vesture did they cast lots, right? So now, that's got to be fulfilled for what was said. Go to Psalm 22 and 18. So it says, let's go back to 16 again. It says, "For dogs have compassed me, the assembly of the wicked have enclosed me." So who the wicked? Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Let's read it. Job 9:24. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So we know that all the Bibles are covered, the faces are covered by Edomites, so-called white people. White men mainly. You know, the Mosai is white, Mashayach Yahawashi is white, the Israelites white, so-called white. You know. He covered the face of the judge. Mashayach Yahawashi covered the judge and make war. Revelation 19:11. He told the apostles they're going to sit on 12 thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And we're the judges. The Israelites going to judge. We're going to judge angels. And judge all the 12 tribes of Israel. 144,000. 12,000 from each of the tribes of the 12 tribes of Israel. So, going back to Psalms 22:16. For dogs have compassed me. The assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierced my hands and my feet. So that's pretty deep. When you look at that's pretty deep. When you look at but see, I did a lesson on dogs. You can just put it in the search engine on my page, and you can see and find out what I did pertaining to dogs. So let's look at Exodus 22 and 31. Exodus 22 and 31 is part of the laws that the Most High, one of the laws that the Most High gave us. Exodus 22 and 31. Exodus 22 and 31. It says, and ye shall be holy men unto me. It's the Most High speaking to the 12 tribes of Israel. Men of Yasharallah, we shall be holy men unto the Most High. Neither shall ye eat any flesh that is torn of beasts in the field. So we can't eat flesh that an animal has torn a beast to eat. And it's just laying there. Whatever's left of that animal, we can't eat it. It said, ye shall cast it to the dogs. Right? So you shall cast it to the dogs. Mind you, what we just read in the Unger's Bible Dictionary pertaining to dog. You say, we can't eat it, but the dogs can eat it. Cast it unto the dogs, right? So look at dog again. It says dog, number 3. In the East, dog is used for impure and profane persons and was used by the Jews respecting the Gentiles. Number 5. Those who are shut out of the kingdom of heaven are also called dogs. We got to go to Revelation 22 and 15. It gives that scripture. On account of their vileness, according, it's probably a reference to homosexuality, it says, right? So it says, once again, Exodus 22 and 31. And ye shall be holy men unto me. Neither shall ye eat any flesh that is torn of beasts. So we can't eat roadkill or anything that a beast have eaten it and left it there. It says, ye shall cast it to the dogs, right? So you shall cast it to the dogs. Keep that in mind. Cast it to the dogs, it says. Because he gave us dietary laws, and what we could do and what we can't do. Leviticus 19 and 2, it said, speak unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, and say unto them, ye shall be holy, for I, the Most High, your power, am holy. So we can't do what the other nations, because he said he showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his commandments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any other nation. As for his judgment, they have not known it. Psalms 140 7, 19 and 20. So when you look at, since we're talking about a Mashayach Yahawashi, let's see what he said in Mark 7 and 24. And it said, dogs have compassed me, the assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. And these are people that he's calling dogs. Now, Mark 7:24, it says, and from thence he arose and went into the borders of Tyre and Zidon, and entered into an house, and would not have no man know it, but he could not be hid. He went to a house, but he couldn't be hid. For a certain woman, whose daughter had an unclean spirit, heard of him, and came and fell at his feet. Now the same story is in Matthew 15. The woman was a Greek, so now it's given the nationality, the race of the woman. She was a Greek, so-called white woman, a Syrophoenician by nation, living in that particular area. And she besought him that he would cast forth the devil out of her daughter. So her daughter had this devil in her. So she came to a Mashayach Yahawashi, fell at his feet, worshiped him, asking him to cast forth this devil out of her daughter, this so-called white woman. It's Greek. Like Alexander the Greek. But Mashayach Yahawashi said to her, let the children first be filled. Let the children get the blessings that I came to bless them with. Let the children first be filled, the children of Israel. For it is not right, it's not meet, which means right, to take the children's bread, to take the children's blessings, and to cast it unto the dogs. I mean, clear as we just read, that we can't eat. Go back to Exodus 22 and 31. And ye shall be holy men unto me. Neither shall ye eat any flesh that is torn of beast in the field. We can't eat, roadkill or anything that's left from a beast eating whatever it's going to eat and it's leftovers. Leaving the carcass, whatever part of the meat that's left, we can't do that as Israelites. But he said, ye shall cast it to the dogs. That's what he's saying. Ye shall cast it to the dogs. Right? Don't that sound, that's why I said, remember that. So that's what the same thing he's saying here in Mark 7:24 down. Verse 27. But the Mashayach Yahawashi said to her, let the children first be filled. I'm just edifying, giving you edification. For it is not meet or right to take the children's bread, take the children's blessings, and to cast it unto the dogs. He called it the dogs. He called them all dogs. And her daughter is with a devil in her. Evil spirit, an unclean spirit in her. He says it's not right to take the children's blessings of bread, which means the blessings, and cast it to the dogs. This is what she said. And she answered and said to him, yes, master. Yet the dogs under the table eat of the children's crumbs. Yet the dogs under the table eat of the children's crumbs. Whatever blessings is left over. That's what she's saying. The crumbs is whatever left, whatever falls from the table. And he said unto her, for her saying that, she had to go into a lot of humility to say that. And he said, for this saying, go thy way, the devil is gone out of thy daughter. And when she was come to her house, she found the devil gone out, and her daughter laid upon the bed. So, that's how it's going to be. It was like that then, it's going to be like that again, only on a higher level. Those that don't have, look, because he said, look, this is the kingdom. Let's go to the kingdom. Isaiah 60 and 12. Isaiah 60 and 12. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yeah. Those nations shall be utterly wasted. So, that's just how it is. That's how it's going to be. So let's continue. The word of the Most High. Look at go to Genesis, the 49th chapter. And let's look at verse 10. The scepter, powers and authority, shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come. That's Prince of Peace. That's the Mashayach Yahawashi. And unto him shall the gathering of the people be. Understand this. Not unto no man. There ain't no man gonna save us. Said, but unto him shall the gathering of the people be. Right? So let's look what he said. Let the Spirit speak expressively in these last days. It said, go to St. John 12 and 32. So be no mistake at all. What we just read, here it is. This is what Mashayach Yahawashi said. St. John 12 and 32. And I, if I be lifted up from the earth, will draw all men unto me. He say, I. If I be lifted up from the earth, will draw all men unto me. Will draw everybody unto him. That he can show us of the Father. If I be lifted up from the earth, Acts 1 and 9. And when he has spoken these things, when the Mashayach Yahawashi has spoken the things, let them know they're going to be filled with the Holy Spirit. In the Feast of Pentecost, in the next chapter, in Acts 8, the second chapter. And when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up. And a cloud received him out of their sight. Okay? So he said in St. John 12 and 32, and I, if I be lifted up from the earth, we just seen, he was lifted up, will draw all men unto me. Will draw all men unto a Mashayach Yahawashi, that he can show us of the Most High. Look at St. John 13 and 1. Now before the feast of the Passover, when the Mashayach Yahawashi knew that his hour was come, that he should depart out of this world unto the Father, feast of the Passover, that's when he died. That's when he was born, that's when he died. But he rose on the third day, walked the earth for 40 days, and ascended in Acts, the first chapter, the 9th verse we just read, in a cloud to the Father on the right hand side of the Most High. Now before the feast of the Passover, St. John 13 and 1, when the Mashayach Yahawashi knew that his hour was come, that he should depart out of this world unto the Father, out of this world to go back to be on the right hand side of the Most High where he came from, having loved his own, which were in the world, he loved them unto the end. I tell you in Matthew 15:24, but he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the... You read it. Because I'm pretty quoted wrong. 12 tribes of Israel, they don't say that. The house of Israel, let's read it. Matthew 15:24. Matthew 15:24. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's what he said. That's his own. That's why even in Matthew 1 and 121. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahawashi, for he shall save his people from their sins. We read that in Acts 5:31. Repentance to Israel and forgiveness of sins. Period. So it's talking to us, we the children of Israel, just a matter of, accepting it for what it is. Or you can really go to these scriptures I'm bringing out and make it mean something different. I'm open to hear. Let's look at Deuteronomy 18 and 15. Pertaining to Moses speaking about Mashayach Yahawashi. Deuteronomy 18 and 15. Most High, thy power will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren, like unto me. Unto him ye shall hearken, unto him ye shall listen. According to all thou desires of the Most High thy power, in Horeb in the day of the assembly, saying, let me not hear again the voice of the Most High of my power, neither let me see this great fire anymore, that I die not. That fire, Most High brought that fire down. Because when you understand the Most High, well, most people don't, but He give us a glimpse of Him, a little glimpse of Him through these scriptures. That's why Mashayach Yahawashi going to take 1,000 years to show us other fire. But look at Ezekiel, the first chapter, the 27th verse. Mind you, these are visions. It says, look at Ezekiel 1:1, so you'll see. Now it came to pass in the 30th year, in the 4th month, in the 5th day of the month, as I was among the captives by the river of Sheba, that the heavens were open, and I saw visions of the Most High. Right? Remember I took you to Job, the 33rd chapter, the 14th verse down, where it showed where the Most High speaks to us in dreams and visions. So he saw just a vision that he's seeing with the Most High. So let's look at the Most High giving him a vision of himself in Ezekiel 1:27. And I saw as the color of amber, which is brown, as the appearance of fire round about within it, from the appearance of his loins even upward, so fire from his loins upward, and from the appearance of his loins even downward, from his loins even downward, fire. I saw as it were the appearance of fire, and it had brightness round about, as the appearance of the bow that is in the cloud in the day of rain. So was the appearance of the brightness round about, the rainbow going around it. This was the appearance of the likeness of the glory of the Most High. When I saw it, I fell upon my face, and I heard a voice of one that spake. So that glory of the Most High still, Mashayach Yahawashi representing the Most High, who is a consuming fire. Remember, the Most High is invisible. So only way we're going to see him is, like I said, through Thaahwam, which is, the Most High allow us to see him. Give him a glimpse of him, because there's many. Like we just say, he had a garment on. You can't be fire from the waist up and the fire from the waist down, or from the loins down, and you got a garment on. Fire would burn it up, wouldn't it? He's invisible. So, different times, he give us examples. We've seen the glory of the Most High, who was a Mashayach Yahawashi. Only the angel of the Most High, representing the Most High. But look, Hebrews 12:29. Hebrews 12:29. Our power is a consuming fire. Fire that consumes you will burn you up. Period. You finished. Most High is consuming fire. Deuteronomy 4:24. Deuteronomy 4:24. You see, what people don't equate a Mashayach Yahawashi with the Most High. Enough, I might say. For the Most High, thy power is a consuming fire, even a jealous power, right? Consuming fire. He will consume you with this fire, burn you up. Exodus 24:17. And the sight of the glory of the Most High was like devouring fire on the top of the mount in the eyes of the children of Israel. Ain't nobody ever seen the Most High, remember that. So Mashayach Yahawashi said he want the glory that he had with the Most High before the world was. So the glory of the Most High, you seeing him right there, Mashayach Yahawashi, as the angel of the Most High, as the spirit of the Most High. But you got to understand, go to St. John 10 and 30. St. John 10 and 30. He said, I and my Father are one. So they one. They one. Just remind you, he the spirit of the Most High. He the angel of the Most High. Showing himself forth, bringing it forth the word of the Most High, and representing the Most High as a consuming fire. That's why you think, what? Okay, let me, one of my favorites, let's go here. Go to 2nd Ezra 13. And I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but you can read it on your own. This is a Mashayach Yahawashi and all the Army, the Navy, the Marines, and the Air Force of all the world coming together to fight a Mashayach Yahawashi. This is the end result. Let's read it. 2nd Ezra 13 and 9. And lo, like he said, I and my Father are one. They agree together. And let's see what the Mashayach Yahawashi. Before I go there, let me let you go to Salakia, Isaiah 47 and 3. So you understand, get more understanding of why this is going to happen and how it's going to happen, because of the fact that he's telling you this. So you're not thinking as him coming in the flesh, because he's an angel. He's the spirit of the Most High now, back to where he was at before. Like Genesis, the first chapter, the first verse, in the beginning, Elohim, the Most High and the Mashayach Yahawashi created the heavens and the earth. Verse 2, the spirit of the Most High moved on the waters. Mashayach Yahawashi, as the spirit of the Most High, as the angel of the Most High, started to create what the Most High told him to create. So now, coming back to this earth. He said he's coming back. We know he's coming. We're going to be the end of the earth. When Mashayach Yahawashi come back to judge and make war. So this is what it's about. Isaiah 47 and 3. It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered. That means the wickedness that they've done, it's going to be seen. And it's being seen now, it's being brought forth. Yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance. This ain't no love. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. So get that out of your mind. So he's taking vengeance, but he's not coming back as a man. So here we are in 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, as all the Army, the Navy, the Marines, and the Air Forces of all the world, superpower governments, is going to come together to fight a Mashayach Yahawashi. This is the end result. Since he said, you want to say, oh, Mashayach Yahawashi, the angel of the Most High, yeah, I hear what you're saying, but he ain't all fire. Let's see. Let's find out if he is or not. 2nd Ezra 13 and 9. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire. They got a fire right there, coming out of his mouth, but not as a man. He coming in his angelic power. Out of his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath. And out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up, every one, so that upon a sudden of a innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. See, this is prophecy. And you see, Mashayach Yahawashi gonna bring that fire. He's gonna bring that fire, as it is written. Seen the Most High, you seen me, Peter, Philip, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, James, you name them. Say, hey, see me, you seen the Father. Is the Most High consuming fire? Or Mashayach Yahawashi is consuming fire. That's why you look at the on that mountain, it says the glory of the Most High. Mashayach Yahawashi. But as an angel of the Most High, the Son of the Most High, the only begotten Son of the Most High. That's why John 3:16 says, for the Most High so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. Only begotten Son. See? That's very, very important that we see this. Hallelujah to the Most High. Power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. His word is true and pure. Let's look at let's see. Let's go to 2 Samuel's, the 7th chapter. 2 Samuel's, the 7th chapter. And the 14th verse. It says, well, let's jump at verse 12. 2 Samuel 7 and 12. And when thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, talking about King David, I will set up thy seed after thee, meaning his lineage after him, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, which got to come out of the lineage, or the seed, or the copulation or sperm of King David. And I will establish his kingdom. He shall build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. So a lot of people think this is Solomon, but King Solomon died. So his kingdom was not set up forever. But we read in Daniel's, when the angels brought Mashayach Yahawashi to the Ancient of Days, that he gave him a kingdom that's going to last forever. And we jump down to verse 27, says, kingdom going to last forever and ever and ever. Let's read it again. Daniel 7 and 14. And there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom, that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. Going to serve a Mashayach Yahawashi. His dominion is an everlasting dominion. It's going to last forever and ever and ever, which shall not pass away. And his kingdom, that which shall not be destroyed. See? So now, going back to 2 Samuel 7 and 13. He shall build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men and with the stripes of the children of men. See? But my mercy shall not depart away from him, as I took it from Saul, whom I put away before thee. Verse 16, and thine house and thy kingdom shall be established forever before thee. Thy throne shall be established forever. See? Throne of David going to be established forever. So, this is what we're looking at. Psalms 132 and 11. Psalms 132 and 11. The Most High has sworn in truth unto David, he will not turn from it of the fruit of thy body, the fruit of David's lineage, his seed, his sperm, will I set upon thy throne. See? The fruit of David's body will I set upon thy throne. So he had to come out. That's why Hebrews 7 and 14 says, for it is evident that our power, Mashayach Yahawashi, sprang out of Judah, Jacob's fourth-born son. See? Understand this. 2 Samuel 7 and 12. 2 Samuel 7 and 12. When thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, and you're going to die, King David, I will set up thy seed after thee, thy lineage, thy seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowels. He got to come out of David's lineage or his sperm, and I will establish his kingdom. Right? He shall build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. Establish the throne of his kingdom forever. The King Solomon's kingdom stand forever. All you that believe there's King Solomon, let's talk about King Solomon. Did his kingdom stand forever? No, it didn't. Go to 1 Kings 11. First Kings 11 and 6. And Solomon did evil in the sight of the Most High, and went not fully after the Most High as his father, as David his father. See? So the Most High split the kingdom, because King Solomon went to dealing with these other women's or these other nations outside of the 12 tribes of Israel, gods, and going there and making temples and worshiping with them to other gods. Look at verse 9. And the Most High was angry with Solomon because his heart, his mind, was turned from the Most High power of Israel, which had appeared unto him twice. To the angel to King Solomon twice, and had commanded him concerning this thing, that he should not go after other gods. But he kept not that which the Most High commanded. Wherefore the Most High said unto Solomon, for as much as this is done of thee, and thou hast not kept my covenant and my statute which I have commanded thee, I will surely rend the kingdom from thee, and will give it to thy servant, give it to your son Jeroboam. So did his kingdom last forever? No. Notwithstanding in thy days I will not do it.